You are now tuned in to the Jmack Experience Podcast.
All right, we're back, and we got a very, very special guest on the show today. I want to give you a round of applause. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Hey.
We got a live one in here. It's a live audience today.
Oh, yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Hi, guys.
Yeah,
no, I'm feeling good. Happy to be here.
me as well. Not for nothing, I was super excited when you reached out, and then I was starting to look at your stuff, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a good one. So many things to talk about.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This is so awesome.
First things first, I got a present for you, actually.
You do? Oh, we like presents.
All right. Ready? So, I recently was in California, and I got these really cool rattlesnake eggs.
California.
You gotta be really careful opening them. They're very,
Why am I freaking out right now?
It's kind of sick. It's a cool thing. Just, it's like a, I don't know.
I'm excited, but then I'm like, wait a minute, is this like for real, or you're like fucking with me right now?
No, dude, it's for real.
So hold on a second. These are real rattlesnake eggs?
Yeah.
I know I sound kind of... So, tape here before mailing. You're fucking with me, right?
Dude, I'm not
How did you
fucking
know
with
my
you.
biggest fear is snakes? That's why I'm like... I think I'm like shitting on myself right now. This is crazy.
I'm not fucking with you.
Hold on a second. So if I open it, are they hatched yet, or...
No, they're not hatched.
Oh, shit. Yo.
It's April Fool's. We are filming this on April Fool's. So,
Yo, I give it to you. That was the first time somebody has ever ran a prank like that on me. But once I heard the word snake, oh my God, this is funny as hell.
Isn't that sick? I've had I've got a whole stack of them at home. I've been doing that prank since I was a little kid. I was like such a little shit.
Oh my God.
I'd bring them into school with my teachers and I'd be like,
oh, this was a good way to start the show. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be super fun.
We're taping on April Fool's. I had to do something.
Exactly. I forgot. It crossed my mind. Sometimes you got so much shit going on that I was like, oh shit, it really is April Fool's today. This is so cool.
I already got a few pranks in. My dad's a school teacher, so last night I put a sign on his car. He has a Jeep. I put it on like the tire and it says honk at me. And so he drove to school. Everybody was honking. He called me. He was like, you're such a little tricky bastard.
What the fuck is going on today? Why is everybody on my tail? It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Episode 80. Scout Lyons is in the fucking building. I'm super excited. We're going to get into the intro real quick and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Jmack Experience Podcast. This show is for motivational purposes only. However, we will not be politically correct, but our goal is to inspire those who listen and watch the show. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to follow us at the Jmack Experience Podcast and email us if you would like to be a guest on our platform at the Jmack Experience Podcast at gmail.com. Peace.
Once again, I want to give you another round of applause. It's truly an honor to have you on the platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you
I
for
truly
having
appreciate it. Absolutely. So, for those out there who are not familiar with who you are, what's your name and where are you from?
First of all, what are you, living under a rock? No.
You don't know who the fuck I am?
No, my name's Scout Lyons. I am an actress.
Nice.
Singer-songwriter. Basically anything creative I can do, I like to do. But, acting, that's my...
So overall, just a creator. You do it all, pretty much.
I like anything like creative I can get my hands on. But, I've been working hard at acting since I was a little kid. And, that's
Acting's a tough industry.
It is. It is.
Like you either too fat, too short, don't look the part, your eyes ain't colorful enough. Trust me, I know.
It's true. It's tough. I started out as my mom would take me to be a background actor and even like student films at like Boston University and stuff. And then when I was like 16, I started production assisting, which is like, doing like coffee runs.
The groundwork.
Bottom of the totem pole. And then I became a personal assistant to the producer. And then, from there, I got to do some auditions, and then I got some Lifetime movies.
Things started going your way?
Things started going my way, yeah.
That's awesome. So I want to get to all that, but I don't want to go too much forward. I usually like to start from the very beginning. So What was life like for you growing up, early on?
Yeah, so I have very cool parents. We grew up at concerts, and like we would tour like we were like groupies to like, you know, well, not groupies. We were little
Big
kids.
fans,
We were
right?
big
We
fans. Yeah, we would see like people like I didn't even like really understand like the legends I was seeing at such a young age, but like we've seen Emmylou Harris like multiple times, Jackson Brown. I remember one summer we just like went to every show on the East Coast, like, and yeah, I just like my parents like really cultivated a very creative environment for me and my sister, and yeah,
And very supportive, I'm assuming, because
super
that's cool
supportive.
as shit. I wish I could go to
Yeah.
concerts with my parents.
Oh my God, yeah. all
My
the
parents
time.
were the opposite. You want to act? We don't got money for that.
No, I mean, they were very, because, and like, same thing, like, big movie buffs. My parents are really into, you know, films. So I was seeing things like, I remember like crying, sobbing after seeing The Departed.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was like way too young to see that shit. And
That's how it was when I seen
killed me.
the Titanic at a young
Yeah,
age.
yeah, for real. Yeah,
That's a classic.
Same thing, you know. Spoiler alert: Leo dies.
So hold on 1 second. I seen a picture. Speaking of that, and you were with your sister, I believe, and your family with Adam Sandler. That was super cool.
Okay, so so we were somebody we knew was like Adam Sandler's, and this was before like I like dipped my toes into like any, you know, type of acting
Right.
background. I've never been on a set, and we were like, you know, someone said he's filming down at Waterwiz,
Yeah.
you know, like in Wareham, and
In Massachusetts.
yeah. And so we drove down. This is like, you know, my parents were like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. So we drove down, and it was really funny because my dad is, God bless him, he's a diehard Jets fan.
Really?
And
Is he from New York?
No.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
And my dad he was a high school football coach for like 18 years. He was, you know, he's a good football player in high school, but he was obsessed with Joe Namath. So he
Yeah, he's a
like
legend.
the Jets. So we were, you know, there was like a whole parking lot, and there was a bunch of people like, you know, swarming, like they wanted to see Adam.
Yeah.
And Adam, he pointed to my dad because my dad had a Jets shirt on, and he was like, "You guys, come here."
Oh, that's so cool.
You
See, you
know,
gotta stand out sometimes, right?
It was the one time being a Jets fan in New England like came in handy.
Wow.
So he was super cool. We talked to him, and then you know, he was like, "Yeah, like we just wrapped. I'm gonna go like play with my kids." They'd shut the water park down. And they were gonna go, you know, him and his kids just like hang out at the park. And then I remember Rob Schneider like angrily like storming off, and Adam was like, "All right, guys, I gotta go deal with this."
No way. They say that, you know, it's funny that you're speaking about that, because they say that Adam Sandler checks on him every day.
I
For like the
know.
past 30
I
years or some
did-
crazy
yeah,
shit
I
like
did
that.
read that.
Yeah, that's amazing, right? That's a real friend, actually.
Yeah.
Nobody
So-
checks on me that often. That's fucking crazy.
I know.
I like
Find
that.
you
I,
an-
like
I
that.
love Adam Sandler.
Yeah, me
He's
too.
just-
That's why I wanted to touch base on that, because he's got some classics.
That's still like one of like I've been lucky enough to meet some real like legends, and Adam Sandler is still up there. I'm like, I can't believe we met Adam.
and
Sandler.
he's so humble. That's the crazy shit about it.
Even the way he dresses, you gotta
Yeah,
love
that's what
his
I'm
street style. It's like so on point.
He's always getting. They always crack it on him in New York, because you know New York's like the fashion capital.
Oh,
so
yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
why is this guy dressed like that? Like he got
Yeah.
so much money. But hey, to each his own, right? It's good to stay humble at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna watch Happy Gilmore too?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be awesome.
I know. Me and Zach, my boyfriend, for those who don't know, he's off
Shout outs
camera.
to Zach.
Shout out to Zach. We were like, should we go to New Jersey? Should we drive down and, you know, like be an extra? I know some people
Yeah.
who did it. Yeah, I would imagine his sets are so fun to be on.
Oh hell yeah! He looks like a bug out. You'd probably be laughing your ass off the whole
Oh,
time.
yeah.
There's certain people I think, like, if I was to do a movie with, I don't think I'd be able to keep my composure. Like, as far as like
I
not
know.
laughing. Yeah, like
There's some like I love one of my all-time favorite shows. Again, I've been watching it since I was a little kid. Is Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David.
Oh, that's a good one. They got a lot of seasons
They
too.
have- oh yeah, it's a great show, and I love like because you can tell when they're like a lot of it is improvised. So,
Right.
Like you can see like they're almost trying to like break each other. You know, make them
Yeah,
like break
yeah,
it, and
yeah.
it's just fun to watch.
I like it. So, although you do many things, like, who inspired you? Must have been your parents, but it had to be something else. Who inspired you more or less to want to start acting, like early on?
I just like it's something I don't know. It just like I can't remember a time when that's not like what I wanted to do.
Nice.
I remember like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like who I was obsessed with, like, you know, like the Holy Trinity, like, you know, Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton.
I see you like the Spice Girls too. I was saying that. I was like,
obsessed
holy
with the
shit, she
Spice
bring
Girls.
it back.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love the Spice Girls. I know people are always like, you're too young to like the Spice Girls. And I was like, no, I can quote that Spice World, the movie, like
That's
word
so
for
cool.
word.
I went to the theaters to see that when it came out with
Did
my
you?
cousin. Yeah, because she was a Spice Girls fan, and you know how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll go watch it.
I remember
whatever.
before platforms came back, like I was wearing platforms in middle school because I was just obsessed with the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to be a Spice Girl. But yeah, I would say just like anytime, honestly, seeing just like an actress in a movie, I just wanted that. Like you know,
like you could see yourself in that role, right? You could see yourself there.
That's you know, I just very much visualize like that being my life, and you know,
that's how I'm
still hoping.
I'm gonna be honest. That's exactly how it has to be for you to really want it, because like you have to envision yourself, you know, in those footsteps. Because if you don't, then I don't know. You tend to lose that passion, is what I feel like when things don't go your way. You know what I mean?
Well, and again, it's hard. It's like they you know, they say for like every yes, there's a million no's. Like it's a lot of like, it's a lot. But I think the end goal,
speaking of that, like the you know, the first yes, like do you remember your first audition? Like, do you remember how it went?
My first audition, I remember like I was very green in the industry. Like, you know, I was like the first time I actually went in to read for something. Oh no, I do remember. Okay, this is really embarrassing. I was such a dork, and so my sister, who's actually not.
We're gonna make it fun. I don't want it to feel like an interview. You know, I like to catch a vibe on the show.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, we got.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
So it was actually it's one of my favorite movies now. It's called Dan in Real Life. Was filming in Rhode Island. It's with Steve Carell, Dane Cook, Juliette Binoche, and they were doing open calls for kids. And I don't know what I was on that day. I got a little too cocky. My sister and I had concocted like a little dance routine together. And I remember like they called us up. And like Tessa's looking at me like, "Come on, what are you doing?" And I'm like,
"You froze up?"
I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna go up myself."
Oh.
And I'm like, I was, and then I remember like tested the routine, and she actually got a call back. And it's so funny because Tess, you know, she's not really into acting. She's actually a journalist now. But
shout outs to her.
Shout out to
she must have been rubbing it in your face, right? Like, you trying to play me on the set, but look what happened.
So what happened is I get up there and I just was like, like what can I do? And there was this movie called Over the Hedge, and it was with Steve Carell, actually. And there's just this scene, and like, I forget what happens, but Steve Carell's character just goes, "You're the devil." And so for some reason, I'm like, I'm going to say a line from Over the Hedge. And I just looked dead in the casting director's eyes. And I'm like, "You're the devil." And I'm like, why didn't they pick me?
Yeah, I got that. I think I aced that, right? That's how you feel like sometimes when they don't call you.
So bad. But anyway, my sister made it down to the final cut. And she almost played Steve Carell's niece.
Wow, that's big.
Direction. But yeah, so that was my first audition, and then I was like, all right, Scout, we gotta get our shit together.
Yeah, stop being so fucking cocky, right? Yeah. You gotta stay humble.
Yeah. So, but then after that, like I just, any like open call I would go to, and the roles that I have had in the past few years, have been through a production company I started working for like when I was like 16.
Oh, wow. You got a while working with them, huh?
Yeah. So they're great. Verdi Productions. And,
shout outs to them.
And so they do a lot of Lifetime movies, and you know, I've been lucky to be cast in them. I got to be in a Christmas movie where I played Vanessa Angel from Kingpins.
Nice.
I played her younger self in all the flashback scenes, which was really cool.
How did it feel to do a holiday movie? Those are kind of like, you watch them on TV and you're like, this is fucking corny, but it's magical when you watch it sometimes. It's funny stuff.
It's really cool because it's kind of like, you can like, it's something to promote every year.
Right.
You get to watch it every year. Exactly, you know, you have an excuse like, oh, it's Christmas.
Absolutely.
It's called Merry Xmas. It's on Amazon Prime.
Make sure you guys check that out. Stream it up.
Yeah.
And when did it drop? Was it this year that just passed?
No, this was, I want to say 2022.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
So you know what? So now that we're talking about it, we might as well ask, what are some of your favorite Christmas movies? Mine's is Home Alone.
That's a tough one. Home Alone's great.
Classic.
I love National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Elf.
Elf is a classic.
I love The Holiday. That's like with Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet. I watch it.
I don't think I've ever been able to watch the whole thing of that.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, it's very sweet. So I love The Holiday. Yeah.
That's about it. Well, how about A Never-Ending Christmas Story?
A Never-Ending Christmas Story.
Or is it A Christmas Story? I always fuck up the name.
A Christmas
Story. You shoot your eye out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got for Christmas one year, my dad got us a Red Ryder BB gun.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. We went to a Matt Rife show the other day, and he was talking about guns, and then he was picking on us, and he said, he was like, do you guys have a gun? And I was like, no. And I was like, I do have a, Red Ryder BB gun. He was like, what the fuck is this, A Christmas Story?
Yeah, how did that show go, by the way? It sold out.
It was great. Yeah. We've seen him almost every time he's come. He's really funny. He was picking on my tooth gems.
I like it. I see you shining over it. Let's go. Show your grills for the camera. Let's go. I like it. First person to wear grills with me on the show. I love it.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, so what is like your dream role that you haven't got a chance to play yet? Because I'm sure you haven't got there yet. But what's like a dream role that you're like, wow, I'm really fucking doing this?
My dream role, I would say like director wise, I've always wanted to work with Judd Apatow. So I think it would be a dream to be in a Judd Apatow movie. He did like Knocked Up, This Is 40, Trainwreck.
Knocked Up is good.
I just love him. I think I like that he like, I don't know. I like directors where you can like tell it's their movie, like they have like a certain like style.
Absolutely.
So I would say like to be in a Judd Apatow movie would be really cool. But I guess just like any like I'm very much.
Do you like horror movies?
I do like I do.
I can see you doing some horror movies.
Well, I would love to do a horror movie. I've got a really good scream. Yeah. I think but honestly, like I'm just happy. I'd be happy to do any. I just like acting. I like being on set. I like being on camera.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But to be like a leading lady, like I've never been a leading lady. I've been like the best friend, the sister. Like I would love to be like like a
supporting actress role, right? Like you get that. Sometimes you get those awards for stuff like that, which is awesome.
Yeah. So.
I like it. Now, what about if you could work like any type of project, film wise, a specific genre, director, or co-star? Like who would be like your dream collaboration team? Like give us a name, a few people.
Definitely Larry David.
Larry David,
the man. I've been thinking about it for a while. I want to get a Larry David tramp stamp. I think it'd be hot.
Harder, Daddy.
That's hilarious. Oh my God, you really said tramp stamp. That is crazy. So wait, are you doing that soon, or when are you getting that? Because I actually want to vlog it if you do.
Yeah, no, I've been thinking about it for a while. Like my thing is
that'll be funny.
I actually have a few like stick and poke tattoos I've done like just when I was like drunk with my friends.
Fucked up.
But like it, I try to like not do tattoos just because for acting. I like to, I don't like to give any reason not to cast me. But
tell me about it.
I feel like a tramp stamp is it's easily like hideable.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't know. I have a friend who was on Inkbusters actually, and like I've talked to him about doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
We actually had Steve Tuff on the show.
Oh, he's sick.
Yeah,
my
he's
sister,
dope.
My sister works with him a lot. He does like the motif where she works
he's cool.
the tattoo awards. Yeah.
Now, I don't want to skip anything. So I also see I want to speak a little bit about the See You Next Thursday podcast that you got going on. That's with you and your sister, correct?
Yes. And Zach is our producer.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't want to miss a beat on that. Now, what made you want to start a podcast? Like, cause everyone has their reason, right? So I just want to ask.
I think because like me and my sister are just very goofy together, and like we just thought it'd be like a fun. It's just it's another platform. It's another like way to get out there, and we just have a fun time with it. We say we're like the adult iCarly.
It's funny.
We've got like Sam Cat and
and you guys make it fun. You could tell it's not scripted or nothing like that. So
we were talking about the other day. Like I listened to some of our first episodes, and they're so cringe because we just we're like all we do is giggle, and we're just like, and then we started we like to have martinis while we do it, and I'm like, I would get like drunk, like while we do it, like I'd be like,
I can relate,
and my sister would be like, Scout, like she's like, I'm waiting for you to like talk, and you're just
like, what the fuck are you doing over there? You sleeping?
But yeah, no, we just thought it'd be fun. It's and like I don't know. We're very into like early 2000s, and like we were very like into the simple life growing up.
Yeah.
And we like to pretend we're like Paris and Nicole, and so we were like, it's just like I don't know, you just be joking around, like having a fun time. We've had some really crazy guests.
I was gonna tell you, hold on, before you get to that. So I see the Tiger King.
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And then you had one also with Bobby J.
Oh my God, actor. He's the best.
Yeah. Yes. We actually seen him at Comic-Con. Me and my daughter. He was super cool.
That's where we met him. And we were like, my sister and I, again, we were just like, we like fangirl because we love, like, I mean, obviously role models, but That's So Raven. We grew up on, and he was in That's So Raven when he was a kid, and so we were like, oh my God, it's Stanley.
Oh, it happens to me all the time. It happens to me all the time. Yeah. I can relate. I know what it is.
So
people be fronting, right? They're like, I don't know, he's just a regular person. Like, he's not a fucking regular person. This is someone we grew up on. That's how you look at it sometimes.
That's why. And I think it was just, we were like, my dad and Zach were walking ahead, and Tess and I, we just saw him. We didn't even know he was at Comic-Con, and we saw him at the table, and we like ran up. We were like, yeah, Stanley. So we were just talking, and then,
he's super chill too. His vibe is dope. Chill.
And I said, we have a podcast. I would love to have you on it. And he was like, well, we're free after 5. So he came over and like, we smoked the best weed of my life.
Yeah.
And
420's around the corner.
420's around.
Shout out to all my smokers.
Okay, so we'll get there, but my first DJ gig is on 420.
Oh, nice. All right. So hold on a second. So he just off of you meeting him Comic-Con, he agreed to do a podcast on the spot. That's fucking different,
dude. I know.
You got the gift of gab, or you just got that aura on you.
Yeah, no, he just like
that's cool.
But he was just great. He was so easy to talk to. He was a good guy, and so he came over. I like called my mom. I was like, Mom, clean the house. Bobby J. Thompson's coming over.
It looked like you could have did like a live stream, like shit that Kai Sanad, like you guys were just chilling there the whole time. That's what it looked like.
Well, it was so fun too because like we got to rewatch like That's So Raven with him, and have him comment. And
I seen that. That was cool.
Yeah, so that was sick.
You know what I was gonna say though, to highlight on that, and it happened to me like in my beginning stages. Sometimes, like, cause you'll see people like that, and you're like scared to shoot your shot, right?
Yeah.
And like, I feel like sometimes you just go for it. You never know. They might. What's the worst they could say? No, I can't do it, or
right.
I charge to do podcasts. Like, what's the worst that could happen? But they say yes if you didn't ask. Yeah. That would have never happened.
Yeah. No. I mean, like, I just like I'm a very much like. I'd rather, better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, then you'll be thinking about it all the time.
Yeah,
like, fuck, I should have asked them.
Just like fucking do it.
So, I like it. So, now, where can people watch your podcast, and like when will you be released? Like, do you have like a set date? Like, we release every Sunday on this show. Yeah. Do you have a set date that you release?
We kind of, we always release, it's called See You Next Thursday. So we always release it on a Thursday, but we kind of like.
When I feel like it.
Yeah. It's,
that's cool. That's cool.
We got to be better about like doing a set
schedule.
And, we do it in like, we still live at home. Shout out mom and dad.
Shout out to mom and pops. We like it. I wish I could live at home. Shit.
Oh, I know.
That's fucking awesome.
My parents are the best. Like, my mom is like the coolest, and we have a pool, and we're like.
You guys have wild parties in the summer, like pool parties and shit.
We do.
Damn, I want to go to one of these pools. Yo, Zach, can I go to your pool party, bro?
Yeah, you gotta come to one.
I gotta ask Zach first. Nah, you guys are super cool, man. Real talk. I'm excited to have you guys on. This is amazing. I get like this every time, because it's always the same feeling for me. No matter who comes on the show, it's like the vibe is always there. You know what I mean?
Well, you got a great vibe. You got a great setup.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. So, okay, so you say you drop whenever the fuck you want. I like it. Good attitude to have.
I mean, it's literally just, but we, when we have like a guest, that's obviously like we work around their schedule.
Yeah.
The Joe Exotic thing was crazy because.
What happened there? He was a little flirty there.
Yeah. So he.
Was he locked up? Yo, that is crazy.
So
I'm like, that looks like a jail call.
That's why we had to follow certain rules. Like we couldn't have like the camera in frame and stuff because like actually at one point the prison like shut it down. Like they like shut down the stream.
Sucks.
And we got to call him back, but then the second time we were like, oh, he's gone. Like it shut off. But he had a big thing for Zach.
Yeah.
And it's
harder, Daddy.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So he came on the podcast because he slid into Zach's DMs.
Really?
So
Yo, Zach.
Joe Exotic was trying to get it.
I might have to say that I know Zach for a few fucking interviews that I got coming up.
Yeah, I know.
So it was through Zach that you made this thing happen. This whole interview. That's pretty cool.
Zach was like, "Oh, you're my girlfriend's podcast."
That's good. That's good. All right. So how long was the interview for those out there who they might be watching this and they don't?
It was like 30 minutes.
It's quick. That's why I'm asking, because stuff like that is usually you got to be on point.
It was quick. It was like yeah, it was wild. Like, you could see the inmates walking around in the background.
No way.
Like, it was
look like some Oz type shit.
Yeah, no, like you see the orange suits. Like, it was.
Yeah, that is crazy. Was that the first one you ever did like that? Like a jail podcast?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was wild, and it's so funny because like David Spade and Dana Carvey just had him on their podcast, and I'm like,
really?
Maybe we should have him back.
Yo, one of my favorite movies is Black Sheep and Tommy Boy. Those are like my favorite movies.
So
Rest in peace to,
Oh yeah,
Chris Farley. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. So all right, so I also, because you do a lot of things, so I don't want to skip anything. So now I want to touch base on the singing and songwriting. The Stalker song that you did was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Are you working on new music at the moment? And where can people listen?
I am. So I actually just sang at I had a performance at Medici on Sunday. It was fun. It was a brunch, so it was fun to just.
Was that the brunch for hustlers or something like that? Or that passed already?
That passed, I think.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, Medici. They got so many things going on.
They do. I know. It's such a fun place. But,
so how'd it go? How did it go?
It went well. It was really fun. It was like, it was just anytime I can get on stage, I'm happy to do it. And, it's like, the fun thing about singing is like I like the instant gratification. Like with acting it's delayed, but with singing it's like you get like you're
as soon as you get out, as soon as you get there. Yeah.
So it's really fun. I got to sing at Pride this past summer, and that was just
I seen that.
That was like the ultimate honor. It was so fun because Rhode Island Pride, I think it's like the second largest in the country. It's a huge they had over 100,000 people this year come, and so to get to perform like in front of that audience.
That's major.
And I've been going to Pride since I was a kid. So that was really cool. It was probably my favorite performance I've ever done.
How many songs did you do?
I did like 6.
Oh, that's a lot. Because sometimes you only get like 10 to 12 minutes on when you do performances like that.
It was I think I had like a half hour up there.
That's good.
And it was really cool because like it was like amazing because these little kids like after were like the moms would come up and say, can they like love you, can you like, and I was like, oh my god,
you felt like a real Spice Girl at that moment.
I felt like a Spice Girl. I was like, this is wild. Like people wanted to take pictures, and so that was really cool. But right now my music is on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever else.
How many music videos have you done? You have more than one? Because there's people that don't really.
Yeah, every single I've done a music video too.
Okay.
And actually my favorite song I've released, and then my most streamed song got taken down because I didn't know the login to like my where we distributed the music from. So I my email's a mess, and so they were emailing me like, you need to like renew whatever to keep it up. So I have to re-upload. It's called my favorite song. It's called Stupid But Happy.
Stupid But Happy. I was stupid, now I'm happy.
That's kind of how it goes.
Really?
Almost exactly.
And I didn't even know. Hey, if you need a background vocalist, I got you. Yeah, that's funny as hell. So that did it have like a lot of views? Because that sucks when something like that happens. You got like millions of views on the song.
It had like 100,000 streams.
That's a lot.
And so it's still on YouTube. The music video's on YouTube. And all my music videos are still on my YouTube channel, which is just Scout Lyons, and that's where you can find the podcast videos too.
Okay, I like it.
But yeah, I do want to release more music. It's actually funny because like I've kind of gotten more into like I did a cover of Miley Cyrus's Bangers, and nice. I kind of like the rapping aspect of that. Yeah. So that's something I kind of want to dip my toes into a little bit more.
You want to start rapping?
I don't know.
Shit. Well, let me know. That's my forte right there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
That'll be cool as hell. So it's funny you just said that because I've had a lot of people that do music on the show, especially rappers, but I'm working on like a mixtape, and I'm going to have like a compilation of all the guests that were on the show. and have them like do features on it with me.
Sick.
So that'll be pretty cool to have you on there. That'll be dope.
Yeah.
Maybe have you like spit some bars and shit. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that'd be
so
sick.
like I want to ask you this, right? Out of acting, singing, podcasting, if you had to stick with just one, which one would you prefer and why?
I think acting, just because like, again, it's my favorite thing in the world. Like, just there's nothing like it. Like being on set, like getting to just like, I don't know. It's just
it's your first passion too, no?
It's my first. Yeah, it is, and it's it's such a like, it's just such a unique feeling to like be doing. Like it's just, I don't know. It's hard to describe, but yeah, and then like seeing. Like, you see the skeleton of the set and you see, the cameras, like the crew, like there's so much that goes into making a movie.
Yeah.
And then to get to like see the final product is
you start appreciating the process more, right?
Yeah. There's no, there's nothing that can like top it. It's just so cool. Like, especially like, they've done, like the films have been in, some of the premieres have been at like, showcase cinemas, and like it's crazy seeing yourself
right
on the
you're
big
like
screen. It's
I'm
so
really
cool.
on TV right now.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. And so yeah, I would say that's my favorite. And I just like, I don't know, it's very cool getting to like dip your toes into like another, you're like becoming another person in a sense. And it's fun to play. Like like, yeah, so I would say probably acting.
Acting, okay. I like it. So now, hold on. I want to highlight this. So is this your first time you're going to DJ for a live crowd?
Yeah. So, okay, here's the thing. I don't have a board yet. I still have to learn that. But you
mean you don't have a like your turntables and shit?
No.
Well, they call it a mixer.
A mixer. Okay. Well, okay, I'm very new.
She's learning, people. Bear with us.
I just showed my...
I like it. Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to be doing like a nostalgia set, like Y2K nostalgia. So like Disney Channel hits, Nickelodeon hits,
shit.
like early 2000s, which I just think is fun. When I was little, I was lucky enough to be on Nickelodeon's Victorious just as background. But
that's cool.
It was really cool. And Matt Bennett, who played Robbie on Victorious, he does a thing called Party 101 now, where he tours and he does like all like Disney Nickelodeon hits. And it's just like, it's so much fun and it's such a cool vibe.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like this, I feel like people want to like it's stuff you can dance to.
Yeah, absolutely. Who doesn't like a good party?
Exactly. Yeah. So that was, I thought I'd give it a go, and we'll see how it goes.
I think you're gonna do great. You actually got a very good look to you. Not for nothing, like the image is there. So like, I could definitely see you rocking out some shows like overseas too, like Europe and shit like that.
Well, the other thing, like I love singing. I love being, but I don't like. I know I don't have a voice like Adele.
Singing is tough.
I don't have the best. I admittedly like don't have the best voice.
Yeah.
But I like my favorite thing to do is just get the crowd going. So like I feel like DJing is kind of perfect because you're still doing that. You're still performing. You're getting people to dance, but you're not. And
you're not straining your fucking voice all night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like DJing is not as intense like when it comes to the work that you have to put in. Because even rapping, like if you're rapping for 45 minutes, it becomes a job. It's a lot of work. You know what I mean? There's people like people that are overweight. They're fucking sweating a ton. Like
I know.
It's not easy. But DJ, you're just chilling, sipping bottles, fucking throwing cakes in the crowd. Like I listen to a lot of EDM and shit like that.
Yeah, some cakes in the crowd.
Yeah, they do some crazy shit in those shows. But so what's one piece of advice that you've received that changed your career? It could be from anybody, your parents, people that you met along the way. What's something that like stuck with you that somebody told you and you're like, wow, it makes sense?
I would say I just did a talk at the Women's Wisdom Exchange, which is it's a really cool organization. They meet every month and it's just like there are speakers and it's just an event for like women to just like empower each other. And I said, this isn't something that was said to me directly, but one of my favorite quotes of all time is from Miley Cyrus. And this was when she was accepting her award for being a Disney legend. And she said, like a misconception is like legends don't get scared. She said legends get scared, but they do it anyway.
So live life like fearless. Kind of thing.
It's just like, you know, like it's like even if you're scared, do it, which is something like I feel like just resonates with me because that's how I've always kind of been. Is like even as a kid, I would, you know, I mean, it could just be my ADHD, which is like pretty severe.
We all have it. We all, as creators, we all have that shit.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I think too, like Vanessa Angel. I've struggled a lot, like many other, you know, women in this generation with social media, just with like body image.
Yeah.
And Vanessa Angel, who, you know, was like she was a sex symbol in the 90s. You know, she was a big, like, you know, she was in Kingpin, and like I said, I got to play her younger self. And
that's a great movie, by the way.
Kingpin, it's classic. It's a classic. And she just said, like, we were talking about it, she just said, like, never, you know, like never change, like never, like, and like don't alter yourself for a role, which I think it's still something like I am grappling with.
In today's day and age, especially too. Yeah,
it's very tough. It's very important. It's just like, you know, I don't know, like I guess just like trying to.
I'm glad you said that because like even me, I have a daughter. She's 10, right? Yeah. And I'm always telling her every day, like, be who you are. Don't worry about the things you see. Like, cause I feel like that's like a lot of little girls nowadays, that's like their dream now. Like, oh, I want to have a big butt and like a model body and this figure. It's like, you don't have to worry about none of that. Just, you got to be who you are. You know?
It's so hard too, because like with social media,
it's like, in your face all day.
And like even like, I mean, me, like, and my sister, we were just talking about this, like growing up in the early 2000s, I mean, everybody was a stick, you know, everybody was a stick figure. Like, and it was like, you know, but now you've got social media and like that, you know, you just see
all day,
everybody's, all day, you know, you got like the filters, you got like, and it's, you know, it's like, I don't know. You
gotta be comfortable within your own skin at the end of the day.
Which
you know
like I, you know, something I still struggle with.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not easy.
It's not easy, but
even me, I have my, like, even for men, people they don't realize, men, like, you know, I'm overweight, like, things like that. You look at that stuff, you're like, oh, I wish I was in shape and all that. But you know what? God made you the way you are. I mean, everything's for a reason is how I take it now. You know, I guess it comes with maturing in life too, but
of course.
You're right. When you're younger, you're thinking this is the ideal way to be. Yeah. Right? And then you find out otherwise. Yep. I like it. Now, what about some advice for like aspiring creatives who have been hesitant on pursuing their dreams? What advice would you have for them? We like to inspire others on the show, you know? So.
Absolutely. I would say, like, just, I don't know, just, like, take that first step, whatever it is, like, whether it's, you know, like, art, like, painting, like, you know, go take a class at, you know, RISD, go, like, do something, like, you know, there's so many, like, we're lucky, too, in Rhode Island. Like, I feel like Rhode Island is such a creative state, like Providence is such a creative like city, and there's so much to do, like AS220, like there's a lot going on. But like, and you know, as far as acting goes, like I said, I started out like as a production assistant, and I feel like in the long run too, it's really helped me with acting because like I feel like there's a disconnect with a lot of actors and like understanding what's going into like making everything happen, like the crew. And I've been lucky enough to like have seen like kind of every different, I've worked in wardrobe, like I've, you know, like I said, I was a PA, like seeing different aspects of film, I think really helps just with the bigger picture.
That way you understand when you get these certain parts. Yeah.
So, but yeah, just anything you can do to like get your toes wet, do it. Like like, I don't know.
Like you're not going to get the star role off of your first time auditioning, right? Like you got to be cool with being an extra.
Yeah.
Right? You know?
And it's networking.
Appreciate the process.
Networking is so important. Like I've met so many people, like, you know, I've met people that I'm still friends with to this day, being background. I've met people who have helped me get roles, you know, later on. Like, and of course, like I'm coming from, you know, some privilege in that my parents were very supportive of me. But I think just like really thinking about what you want and like any step you can take to doing it, just do it.
I like it. Well said. We're going to get into album of the week real quick.
Album of the week on the J-Mack Experience Podcast.
Album of the week this week is I Love You First by Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. Did you check it out yet?
I love them. I haven't checked it out. I love like them as a couple.
Yeah.
Like Benny's such a, like, you can tell he's like a good partner.
It was unexpected though.
And the girlfriend effect is taking effect. He plucked his unibrow and honestly, like,
he had the McDonald's. We love to see you smile.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into movie of the week.
movie of the week on the J-Mack Experience Podcast.
Movie of the week this week is a Minecraft movie. It drops on Friday. Are you gonna be seeing that one?
I don't know.
I'm a big fan of Jack Black. Yeah, we gotta see. I gotta see that. I don't know. You don't want to see it?
I met Jack Black too. I was in a Jack Black movie.
Really? Which one?
It was called The Polka King.
I remember when he did that.
You remember that? Yeah.
That was funny as hell.
It was good.
So the funny thing, I got a crazy story about that. Not to like get to, but I was in the Apple store, right? I was like super hungover.
Oh yeah.
That morning, and I was looking at like laptops and shit. And tell me how the whole time I'm like acting a fool that day because I was still like kind of drunk. And somebody tells me later on that day, because I used to work in the mall at this time, they're like, bro, do you know the whole time Jack Black was laughing at you, bro? And like you didn't even realize he was right behind you?
Oh my God.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. Yes. I guess I had him cracking up and shit, but I didn't even realize. Yeah.
It's a cool flex. Like I made Jack Black.
Yo, for real. But I didn't even know it was like he was there. So like it's like
so
it never really happened in my mind, you know?
Yeah.
That's so crazy. So you're not gonna watch the movie?
I'll see it. I'll probably see it.
Just go check it out. What do you got to lose?
I know.
Right?
Money.
Yeah. Just $100 every time you go to the movies. That's fucking expensive.
No, but I love them. I want to, quick little shout out. Like, I think it's so important that people go to the movies.
Yes.
I know it can be expensive. Bargain Tuesday. Zach and I are going to the movies.
That's how I roll.
Because so many theaters are like going out of business. Like even the Showcase that I grew up at just closed, and it's like heartbreaking because I think it's the only proper way to see a movie.
Even the mall. I love the mall. Look at Emerald Square Mall. It's fucking almost.
Oh my
that's
God,
it. It's done.
That's like we used to be a proper country, you know, like the early 2000s.
What
like
happened?
I miss like
going
hanging
to the
out
mall.
at the mall. Like it was like you just hang out. Yeah.
What are we gonna do? Let's go to the mall every day. Going to the fucking mall back in the day. It was like.
And then I always thought I'd be like, I'm gonna get discovered. Like I would like we're like little too, and we'd be like, Mom, like do our hair, like put some blush on us, and we'd be like walking around like there's probably an agent here.
Yeah, you never know, right?
For the next supermodel. I feel like that was such a like common misconception. Everyone thought they'd be discovered at the mall.
Absolutely. We're gonna be wrapping it up shortly. What's next for Scout Lyons? And is there anything else that you would like to promote that I didn't cover or that I might have missed?
Yeah, I mean, something again, like anything creative I like to do. So my sister and I just put on a fashion show actually, which was super successful. It was very fun. It was at Medici, and we had over 300 people come, and it was so another thing I'm very passionate about is just the environment. So promoting like sustainable fashion, and this was like a curated fashion line, and I've upcycled and like made different things. So that was cool. And you know, I'm doing different pop-ups at different flea markets. So you can catch me there.
Oh, you like to thrift shop and stuff like that?
I love it. Yeah. I mean, like even before it was like cool. Like that's where my mom, we would go to like, you know, we would go to thrift stores because it's like you find different stuff. It's, you know, everything I'm wearing right now is thrifted. Yeah, literally everything.
So as far as thrifting, I'm more of a clearance kind of guy. Every time I go to a store, I'm like, let me go to the clearance real quick.
Yeah. Well, it's so yeah, that's something I did, and then just you know, follow me on social media.
What can we follow you at?
At Scout Lyons on Instagram. I'm never really on.
You have TikTok?
Twitter. I'm on TikTok. Yeah, it's Dorky Spice.
Do you do like dances and shit like that on there?
I used to be like my sister. We were watching them the other day, and I was like a little be out there.
Bugging out over here.
Be out there in my booty shorts.
When was that?
I'm like, why was I getting so many likes?
I was viral
in my underwear. But yeah, no, I am on TikTok. It's at Dorky Spice on TikTok. Because if I were a Spice Girl, I'd be Dorky Spice.
I like it. What about like Twitter? Well, now they call it X, but you mess with Twitter, Kick, and shit like that. Live streaming.
I don't really fucks with Elon, but I do have a Twitter. It's just at Scout Lyons.
I like it.
And then you know my YouTube channel, Scout Lyons.
I like it. Now, can people reach out to you to collaborate? Like, let's say they have a project in mind and they want to maybe like have you on there, you know, or if they want to vice versa reach out to you to see if you're working on certain things and they want to be a part of it, are you open to that? Or are you selective on who you work with?
No, for sure. I'm not a gatekeeper. I like to,
Nice.
yeah, absolutely.
Nice. I like to ask because you never know, somebody watching, they might be interested.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Or vice versa, they might have a role for you, right? You never know.
Yeah.
Now, can we agree that all the experiences you went through got you to where you are today?
Yeah, I think so for sure. I mean, part of why I think like I'm kind of like a ballsy person, like is I had a brain tumor when I was a little kid. I was sick, and so I kind of saw what it was. Like I almost died, you know, or like to, you know, pardon the heaviness. But so I think like that kind of gave me some perspective into like just like that's why I don't really mess around with doing anything but things I want to do and things that like make me happy. And like I'm like, again, like the worst people can say is no, like just, you know, be ballsy.
So you live it to the fullest is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And you protect your energy.
I do.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that. Well said. Now, what about like any last, you know, any words of advice? I know you gave some advice earlier, but for those out there who may be experiencing, you said you dealt with having a brain tumor, you know, stuff like that, like tragic incidents, like any advice for them like that might be going through those experiences or experiencing the same situations that you're going through now?
Yeah. I mean, I deal like now with it's like I have a chronic illness. It's a condition called Ehlers-Danlos, and I'm happy to talk about it because it was considered very rare up until now. But part of why I want a platform too is just I would love to be an inspiration to people going through similar things, because even like when I was diagnosed with this condition, Ehlers-Danlos, like I felt very much like my world was collapsing. And I saw that Halsey came out saying she had this condition. And honestly, like the comfort I felt in seeing someone who I look up to very much and doing things that I want to do, like it was just like seeing like, oh, she has this condition and she's still rocking it. Like I can do it. So that's a big part too, I think, and why I want to have a big platform. I want to be an inspiration to people. I want to like.
You're on your way. You're definitely on your way.
Thank you.
Yeah, you keep on the way you're going.
I'm hustling. I'm trying.
It's gonna get there. Not for now. We have a lot of creatives like on the rise. I've been noticing, like especially right now.
Yeah,
this has been a hell of a year.
It has.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in Rhode Island, Providence, New England in general. I feel like we're up and up.
Yeah,
you know, like it's growing.
Yeah, for sure.
I like it. Now, any last words or special shout outs that you would like to mention before we sign off?
Hi, Mom.
I like it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been an honor once again. We covered everything, right?
I think so.
Anything else? Just want to make sure.
Zach,
going once, going twice.
Anything else?
Zach, we got anything else we missed? Come on,
God.
This is the first time we do this, but we got to make an appearance. He just wanted to make his way.
He just wanted to, yeah.
Oh, man, I love it.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for listening.
The pleasure was all mine. I'm looking forward to maybe doing a few more in the future. You know, and as I told Zach,
we could do one with my sister too. You know,
let's do it. I can even come to your show. You know,
for sure.
That'd be pretty dope.
Do a little podcast swap.
Hell yeah. Got to do an even trade.
And I'm excited to do some CMOS. I'll be glowing the next time
absolutely.
you guys see me.
Absolutely. I'm definitely, and shout outs to Raul Delgado. Make sure you get your Black Sheep CMOS. One of our guests did something different last week, which I think it's on the way to go viral. He put it inside his Patron, which was fucking different.
Oh, I'll have to try that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, but I don't know. I guess he said it was good. But episode 80, the Jmack Experience Podcast, Scout Lyons. Woo! It's been an honor and a pleasure. We're signing out. Gra!
Thanks for coming on the Jmack Experience Podcast. Be sure to come on for another episode every single week. Until next time, peace.
Black Sheep CMOS. It'll make you want to slap your daddy.
Oh, harder, Daddy.